Vault opening. Welcome to the vault.
Hello, what is up, you dazzling diamonds and the others? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda Kyle, and this is the vault. Anyway, you guys, let's jump straight into today's video. Anyway, you guys, today we are going to be talking about depression, right? It's been a theme for the past week and a half type of situation after Mr. Ricky Rick passed away. May his soul rest in peace, and condolences to his loved ones type of situation, right? It's been a theme, and I feel like we have all been under this dark cloud. I feel like everybody has been, in SA rather, has been affected by what happened to Mr. Ricky Rick in some way or another, propelling people to want to actually speak about the fact that they are suffering from mental illness. Here's the thing, you guys. I feel like everybody is suffering from depression in one way or another. Some people don't even know that it is depression, but it is. When you get to a point where you are feeling like very hopeless, you are feeling like your contribution to this life, to this phase of life, doesn't even matter. When you are feeling just defeated, you're hopeless. You know, the worst thing a human being can ever experience is that hopelessness, right? Because you don't see the other side. You don't see a better tomorrow type of situation. Alright, another reason why I wanted to talk about depression is because yesterday I was in that dark place once again. And I shit you not, I go through this every single month. It's so annoying, it is so scary. And it's something that I can't control. And if I don't have control of situations, it really does aggravate me. I was able to talk to someone yesterday, right? And open up. I literally cried for hours. I cried, I prayed, I was on my knees, like, Lord, just please take the wheel. I cannot. The energy, the air was just so tense. I was so sad. I was so defeated. And people are going through this on a daily basis. And it sucks, because let me tell you something, depression is not going anywhere, whether you know you have it or not. Kele Kumala came out in a video where she was speaking about depression as well. It seems like it's the current theme of things. It's very dark and it's very sad, because people are feeling very sad. Let me tell you something about this energy that you're feeling, this fear, this anxiety, this sadness. It's actually feeding something or someone type of situation. It is necessary, and it's never gonna go anywhere, because it is feeding it is energizing somebody else or something else that is out there for you to be in that state, and that's why it exists. Right? Depression should always tell you, or that feeling of hopelessness, sadness, like you cannot go on, like you don't know why you're here, you don't have a purpose, nothing is going right. It should always tell you that there is something wrong. There is definitely something wrong. There's a disconnect with you and your reality and the people around you and the situations that you are in, or that you are putting yourself in, and that is why you are feeling the way that you are feeling. Right? Yesterday for me, unexpectedly, I was actually supposed to have a record day yesterday, and I saw something online, not on my channel, on somebody else's channel, and it hit me that there's a lot of people out there that are anticipating and waiting for my demise. It gives them pure joy that there's a possibility that this woman will crash and burn and fail, because they have this idea of who I am, or this misconception of what it is that I'm doing here on YouTube type of situation. I see many other comments on my channel. Sometimes I try to stay away from comments. That's why you guys will see if I post a video, maybe I respond a day or two later, because I just want my video to sit a bit before I get bombarded by the hurtful things that people actually have to say, because somebody's always going to say something hurtful. It's not about somebody agreeing with my opinion or my views. Some people just have hurtful things to say. And so I saw these comments on this other person's channel, and these people, together with that person, were rejoicing at the fact that, oh, we're about to get her and type of thing, and she will crash. And then they also mentioned something that was very painful for me in the moment that I recorded it, right? Kept on reiterating the fact that, oh, she's the mother of two, thing, wada. You know what I mean? When I read everything, I was like, oh, F you type of thing. But as the day progressed, I was like, people really think I'm some kind of villainous person, evil. They don't get it. You know what I mean? And the thing is about my situation is I can't shake you to get it. I can't make you go back into the videos or see it from my perspective or see what I was trying to say from the beginning till now. Right? Your perspective and my perspective is never going to be the same. Our realities, even though we live in the same earth, will never be the same. My level of what the color of this plant is will never be at the same level. You might be seeing a really, really bright red. Somebody else is probably seeing orange or pink. And I'm seeing it the way I'm seeing it. We will never see things the same. We will never see things the same. So I read those messages, and even though I thought to myself, I'm okay. Like, F this whole situation, I was triggered. And the comments that I read of how people were rejoicing and hoping that my downfall is coming soon, and it made them so joyous, you know, it triggered me. And I fell into this dark place, right? I fell into this dark place, and I cried. I was chatting to someone, and in the midst of that conversation, I just started crying, and I couldn't stop for, like, I don't even know how many hours it was. To the point that when my man came back home, he's in this great mood and whatever, and I'm trying to put on a front, because even when the kids got home, I'm trying to put on this front that everything is fine. But he was like, what's wrong? Like, you've been crying. What's happening? I'm like, no, I haven't been crying. You know, I'm just tired. He's like, no, what's going on? Type of situation. Even with that, we try to cover up and hide the pain that we are feeling, which exacerbates or increases or highlights that depression, because you want to hide it. It's shameful. You know what I mean? I felt shameful. Even today when I woke up, I felt very shameful for confiding in this person. Like, I put my issues and my burdens on this person, because I was bawling, you guys. One thing I'm going to tell you is that, and I've said this many times, don't come online and cry. I feel like that is a moment for you to reflect and do that inner work by yourself. When people come into line and cry, you press record, you go live. This is the reason why it's very strange for me. It's not a normal behavior, because once you do that, to me, it signals, or it says that you want attention and you want sympathy, right? So I felt guilty this morning, because I was thinking, what if this person I was confiding in thought that I wanted sympathy? But in that moment, I was triggered by the things that I had read. I was triggered by the fact that, oh wow, as much as I am realizing now, as much as I want to say that I don't give a shit what people say or think about me, it actually bothers me when I find out that people want me to crash and burn, which means that I actually do give a shit about what people say or think about me, even if it's just the others type of situation, right? It hurts when you're saying one thing but it is received in a different way. But at the same time, you cannot blame people for receiving it the way that they do, because our perceptions of this reality or any other situation is going to be different, because we are fragments. We are all fragments of source. We are all fragments. We're pieces of one, and we are individuals and different in that way type of situation. And then today I saw that video that Kelly Kumalo did this morning about depression, and she said things like, sometimes the depression that you have is in life. Mr. Ricky Rick actually said this. I saw a video of it where it's an exchange of energy, right? But sometimes people are exchanging bad energies with you, even when your intentions are good. It is all you. I personally, I always flinch if somebody wants to touch me, even if it's somebody that's in my family. Just when you reach out to touch me, it's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And I always have that thing that, don't transfer your energies onto me if I am not willing and open to receive them. Kelly Kumara said it's even the people that you sleep with, even here online, what you engage with. It's a transfer of energy. She was absolutely right. You know what I mean? We can say a lot of things about Kelly Kumalo, or assume a lot of things, as we have, and I have myself. But she sounds like a self-help book, right? But she does have a lot of valid and mature things that she says that make so much sense. So going back to the whole depression situation, I don't know if for me it was coming out of that whole Ricky Rick week and a half, but I feel like I did carry that energy with it. That's why I say to you guys, I don't like talking about death. It stays with you, that pain. I was watching his funeral, and I watched a bit of it. I had to click off because I was crying uncontrollably. I was so hurt, you know. I didn't know Ricky Rick personally, but I know people that knew him, like my sister, or that they chilled and whatever, because we are part of that group and that era, or those people that came up at that time, right? So we know this person or that person, and I don't know, from the stories or the things that I've heard that my sister has told me, everything just came. It was like, it was so deep. Like, that past week was so deep, and I just carried all of those emotions into the new week. And then the new moon, February, the 2nd of February, new moon. That's another thing. Energy is real. Energy is so freaking real. People don't actually understand. When Lindsay Gama was speaking about Mercury being in retrograde, even though I did a parody about it, I absolutely understood what she meant. Not a lot of people know about this kind of stuff, right? But when it is in retrograde, everything feels like it is collapsing. And that's why it is so important for some people to know what's happening in the cosmos and what time it's happening, so that they know how to navigate these emotions and these feelings, right? Yesterday I cried so much. I got a lot of shit out. I did a lot of clearing, and I feel so great today, you know? And I'm so thankful that I got to speak to the person that I got to speak to and offload. And I hope that in future that person can do the same with me, right? But anyway, this whole depression situation is not gonna go anywhere. And I was just thinking this morning, can we really blame social media for this depression? I mean, it does contribute, but I don't think it is the catalyst and the end all and be all of the situation. And if it is, then I feel like the people that are on social media that are contributing, I feel like we all do contribute to one person's depression or the other. You know what I mean? Or causing someone's sadness or fear or anxiety. We all do contribute to it. We all do. And the sad thing about it is it's never going to change. Because 2 days after Ricky Rick was buried, or even 2 days after he had passed away, somebody else out there was being shamed and named in that situation. Same thing with Mr. Patrick Shy. And that's the reality of this game. And after everything and the dust has settled, guess what happens? People say that I'll do better. Let's be kind. Let's be nice. Tomorrow they'll be tweeting some bullshit and forgetting that we said we were going to be kind and nice. You understand? We're all in this cycle together, and we're all contributing to the shit together. Yeah, so like when everything is said and done, I cannot say that, or I cannot ask for people to be more lenient on social media. And I think it's actually very stupid to ever think that things are going to change on social media, right? People will jump onto situations or things or hashtags if it is going to be beneficial to them. And let's face it, your likes, your shares, or your subscriptions are like it's like your currency, it's like your money at this point, right? It gives you status, it makes you more important. And so moving forward, as much as we want to say, I think it was Casper Nyovest that had said that people that jump onto this hashtag of, oh, be kind after somebody has died, or this and this, they say it in that moment for clout, to be on that hashtag, to trend, to be part of that situation. Next week, it's going to happen all over again. And again and again and again, which contributes to this depression that everybody is feeling. If you are on social media, it doesn't matter who you are, how strong you think that you are, you will be affected by some sort of level of depression. That is the name of the game. And I promise you this, that is why these social media platforms were created, to get us to this point of destruction and pain. And that's it. No one is going to stop saying what they want to say. Or when somebody kicks the bucket or takes their own life, that is when people want to step forward and say something about it. But at the end of the day, bloggers, news channels, newspapers, random people online, we all, myself included, contribute to the problem. And it's a very big problem because we don't know any better. Because this is the life that we are living now. This is the era that we are in now. This is the era of that social media, cancel culture type of situation. This is what sells. This is what moves. Right? That is why people will watch one video from one person, watch the same video just to get a different opinion, but it's all the same shit. But you want to hear the drag. You want to see that person crash and burn. You want to see that person getting cancelled momentarily. It feeds you. It feeds us all. It does something for us, and it's weird. It's actually really freaking weird that we it's impossible. When I think about it, it's impossible to just create love, because if that's what you create, peace and harmony and love and all this kind of stuff, nobody's gonna watch. Everybody wants the shit and the drama, forgetting that it's causing someone pain. Even if you are doing it unintentionally. Some people do it intentionally. But it is causing someone depression. And it's not going to change. Because these are the end times. These are the end times. And there's too many things that point to that fact. People just literally don't give a shit, but want to appear as if they give a shit. It's like celebrities and people alike trying to portray a lifestyle of happiness and joy, leisure, and all these things, but they are dying inside. And the truth of the matter is, nobody actually gives a shit. We're all just trying to survive in this game. We're all just trying to push forward. And if you or your name is going to get that person likes, views, and subscriptions, guess what, baby? They are not going to mind to walk right on your head. much as we want to preach change, let's change. Let's face it, nothing is going to change. This is the frequency that we are in right now. Right? You are under surveillance 110%. What's that girl's name? She put out I think it was on Instagram. I don't know her name. She's a TV personality presenter type of chick. And okay, so she was speaking about how it sounds like she's fearful of blogs and stuff like that, because anything you say or do is going to be a headline. It's a topic. It will trend. And so she didn't want to answer these 21 questions or these get to know me questions, which is very smart of her to do and not participate in that. But even in the video that she put out saying that I don't want to do the questions because it's going to become a headline or a trend, the fact that she said that, it became a headline and a trend. So you see, we're all effed up. You cannot win in this situation. You really cannot win. Right? Anyway, you guys, that's gonna bring us to the end of this video. If you guys haven't already, please do like, share.